we all deserve in this world. There's so much tragic shit that's going on in the world right now. Can we at least have some peace in sports? And in the boxing sport, peace is what? Deontay and AJ being violent against each other. And we all deserve to see it. You know what I mean? So.
Boxing fans here in Manchester, we're here, it's fight week for the Misfits Prime card. With me, none other than Malik Scott. Malik, always good seeing you, my man. Always good seeing you back in the UK. How are you?
Always good, man. Good here with Dean the Great. Him and his trainer, one of the best up-and-coming trainers in the game, Yogi. They've been working real hard. They brought me in the system, and they my family. And Dean the Great is one of, it's really, I don't even call him an influence boxer. I call him like a real, I can't wait. You've seen him fight before, right? So this is not new. If you look at Dean and look at all these other guys, there's something about him that separates himself in the ring. His personality is big. He has a very, very, very quick first step when he has somebody hurt. He reminds me of a Meldrick Taylor, but a lot more explosive than Meldrick was. And I'm looking forward to seeing him be victorious Saturday night. That's who I'm here working with, him and his trainer, Yogi. And the whole team that's with us, we're out here supporting him and making sure he get the job done Saturday, because his future is very, very big if he stay on the type of trail that he's staying on.
Obviously, now you're involved in some of this side of boxing. When you look at the fighters, how easy is it to portray your message to them or to get a certain message across? Do they soak it in like a fighter would? Like, for example, Dean the Great, if you're giving some instructions, does he soak it in as easy as the other fighters that you deal with, or does it take a little bit longer?
Yeah, well, Dean, you got to realize Dean doesn't train really around amateur fighters. Dean is always boxing Johnny Ramirez, that's WBA champion. He's always getting trained by Yogi. He gets trained by Brian Valor. He's always talking to me in dialogue. Lately been getting trained by me. He's at Brick House Boxing Gym. So he's never really, none of his training is never really at a low level. He's always training at a high level. So what does that mean? That means I can speak high level language to him and he understands it because he's already training at that level anyway. So it's good. I can't wait for you guys to see him Saturday. This kid is special. He's a special talent. Out of any of the influence, and I'm including the main event guys and everybody that I've ever really seen, he's the one to me that separate himself skill-wise, explosive-wise, quick first step, hand positioning-wise, and things of that nature. He's a special talent, and he's going to be victorious Saturday night, and y'all going to see what we do.
Talking about the influence of boxing scene, obviously on this card we've got Tommy Fury, who we know very well.
When I say Dean is the best, I'm including even the main events guys. He's much more polished than even the Furies, the KSI. Dean is more polished. He's the most polished fighter on the card.
Interesting. Okay, I was going to ask you actually then, any other fighters on this card that you think, have talent in the ring? Obviously a lot of fighters are here. Some of them are here to take part, some of them are here taking it a bit more seriously. Yes. But do you feel like there's any fighter here that's caught your eye that you thought, he could actually go on and do a little bit more?
After this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Dean the Great.
Just him.
That's Dean. What's my guy name?
Salt Papi?
Yeah, Salt Papi is good. Slim. I could see actually going. Yeah, it's a few guys. I'm pro Dean. You know what I mean? I fuck with everybody, but y'all know how I roll. When I'm with a fighter, I'm with them all the way. I see greatness in them. I see future greatness in them. I see all their potential. And it's not even about if the fighter sees it in himself. It's what I see. And what I see in Dean is he has a very, very bright future, not just from this. This is the start of it, but in the future for his boxing career in general.
I want to ask you, you've been around, the boxing game for a long, long time. You've seen some great heavyweights and great heavyweight clashes. You've been part of great camps. Do you want to talk about something that's happened in the main events here between Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul, where it's got a bit
about the man wife, right?
Yeah. What do you make of that? Because look, I spoke to Dylan yesterday. He said he's not a fighter if he's suing me. He obviously there's a lawsuit going on with that. What do you make of the whole situation?
This is gonna sound extremely soft or weak, probably, but I just would I talk about somebody's wife and kids or something? No, that's not me. No. It's so much that I could get to somebody about. I'm not gonna talk about no one's wife. I don't want to get in no one's head that much because I'm that confident in me. I don't have to get in your head that much. It's not that serious. But the real entertaining thing about it is that Logan Paul, he has the opportunity to fix that in a very physical, violent manner next this Saturday. So we're going to see if he handle it. And his wife, or his girlfriend, should make sure that he handle it. She should be in his ear saying, you heard what that man said about me, go and fix that. Because if that was my wife or my girlfriend, I would go and fix that. And then if I was to see him somewhere else off of the premises, I would fix that again. And then fix it again.
I get it. Let's talk about traditional boxing, the boxing that we love, and the boxing why we're in the sport. Do you want to talk about, obviously, your guy Deontay Wilder? Last time I spoke to you, there was talks about Anthony Joshua. I'm sure you were on the zone at one point whilst they were fighting, and sort of commentating. It looks like that fight's not going to be funded by the Saudis, so it's putting a delay on the fight. Do you feel like the fights can still happen in 2024?
It's very, very frustrating. And it's going to sound non-biased. I'm frustrated for the Joshua side and my side because I just want to see these two guys fight. But it's coming across like we dealing with the Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe theatrics. Is a big fight that supposed to happen going to happen, or we going to sit around here and let a fight go past that's this high magnitude without it even happening? I'm not happy or satisfied with that, and to me, no historian should be happy and satisfied with that. And something needs to be done that when two fighters, genetically wise, you can say in a sense, and when I say genetically wise, I mean media wise, like media genetically wise, are built for each other, the fight should be mandatory to be made. It should be mandatory, and it looked like that's not going to happen, and that's unfortunate. And no matter what I feel about the fight, I could think Deontay going to knock AJ out in 3 rounds, 4 rounds. That's my feeling. That's when I do my math about the fight. But either way, the fans, the historians, the kids that's motivated by these guys, the music culture from all genres that want to see this, the entertain, we all deserve in this world. There's so much tragic shit that's going on in the world right now. Can we at least have some peace in sports? And in the boxing sport, peace is what? Deontay and AJ being violent against each other, and we all deserve to see it. You know what I mean? So, from what Eddie Hearn's saying, there is still talks with Shelly Finkel, and they're hoping to make this fight happen. I think they're waiting for the Saudi money. That's not going to happen now. They're saying it could be a Vegas fight. Do you think this fight? I know I've asked you this question, but in the bottom of your heart and the talks that you've had with Deontay, maybe even Shelly, is there any chance of this fight? If I was to say, give me a percentage on this fight happening right now, I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50, and that's sad because 2 months ago I was at the 85%. But once again, I'm the same guy that tell you guys I don't believe nothing in boxing is happening until after it happens, till after it's happening. You know what I mean? So not even while it's happening, I still be in disbelief. Like, is it happening? The checks, everybody have to be paid. The fight have to be over. The result for me to believe, like, wow, I could breathe now that it happened. And that's boxing for you, though. It's the greatest show on earth. But sometimes what it takes to get the show started is just like frustrating and confusing a bit.
Talking about fights that look like that looks like it's happening. It's been signed for, from what we know, is Oleksandr Usyk, Tyson Fury.
Yes.
We don't know the date.
70-30 with that.
It's 70-30.
70-30, and I'm with Fury. Okay. A couple months ago, I was 50-50 with it, but now I wasn't really I wasn't that big on the performance between Usyk and Daniel Dubois, and I'm very big on the way how Tyson Fury can impose himself, and he's not slow. And to me, if you don't have a one-punch knockout to clip him, you're dealing with real issues. And Usyk is not a big puncher, and he's already not a big man. So, I mean, we'll just see. We'll have to see what happens.
I think the counter-argument people will say is maybe for a big fight, Usyk steps up even through other levels.
I
think the counter-argument to that is that the bigger the fight, maybe Usyk steps up. Maybe Dubois was an opponent that he wanted to fight, but he had to fight. Do you feel that that's the case? Because I know haven't you sparred with Usyk? Have you not been part?
7 to 11 camps with him.
Yeah, man. So talk to me. What about Tyson? Did you do any work with Tyson as well back in the day?
Yes, I did.
Out of the two, what was the difference between the two? Or what would you say?
Huge difference. The Tyson I box is my favorite Tyson. Elusive, quick, back foot, front foot, good hand positioning, good rolls, not slow at all, not giving you an opportunity to hit him, but still very, I wouldn't say very, very strong, but strong enough for a big man. And I box Usyk. Usyk, to me, just have the best balance and the best positioning to get his shots off. He reminds me of like a heavyweight Lomachenko, you can say. That's what that. If I had to compare, that's what it reminds me of. He's hitting you this way and he's turning you that way. And if you don't have no type of lead hand game, you're in trouble with Oleksandr Usyk. But who has the incredible lead hand game for a big man? Tyson Fury. So you know what I mean? We'll see. Either way, though, the fight is made. You know, I'm kind of jealous that the fight is made because I want Deontay and Joshua to have that. Yeah, so let's get that on record. I'm extremely jealous that that fight is made and our fight is not made yet. Extremely. I feel some kind of way about it. I'm not happy about it. And I don't wish no good for all of those guys. Like, I'm on the opposite side of them. I respect them all, but I wish all my good for Deontay. Like, you know what I mean? I want Deontay in the big mega fights. I want Deontay earning all the big money. I want Deontay getting all the shine. Everybody else, I mean them no good. I'm trying to stop what they got going with my fighter. I respect AJ, but I'm trying to stop what he got going by having Deontay knock him out in 3 or 4 rounds. Usyk, I respect him, love him. We have tons of times together. I'm trying to stop his momentum with Deontay. You know what I mean? So,
just the final 2 predictions I need from you for fights that have been made in America. First of all, Regis Prograis versus Devin Haney. What happens in that fight?
Oh, Regis, he's with us right now. When I mean with us, he's at Brick House Boxing Gym. He got Coach Julian with him. And Coach Julian has one of the most brilliant boxing brains in the sport. Not recently now, but just over his work over the last few years has been proving that. He's been really, really drilling Regis for this fight, and if Regis take to the system, and if he buy into the system of Julian, he has a very, very good chance of being successful, and not it being an upset, but he has a very chance of being successful and just winning the fight. If he don't take to the system, hey, real quick, there's a lot. This goes for.
He got to tilt the camera now.
This goes for the guys on the main event, the Furies and everybody. This is the most complete,
yes, sir,
polished fighter on this whole card.
Yes, sir.
And this is the start of his career right here. I hate. People tell you all the time, I don't like calling him an influence boxer because there's so much more to him. He's a big personality. He has tons of skills, one of the quickest first steps I've ever seen. And he reminds me of a Mildred Taylor, but a lot more explosive. And he's a sponge for knowledge. He's always learning at a high level. He's at Brick House Boxing Gym with us. If he's not learning from me, he's learning from Coach Yogi. If he's not with Yogi, he's with Brian Valor. If he's not learning from Brian Valor, he's boxing Scrappy Ramirez. If he's not boxing Scrappy Ramirez, he's boxing this guy. So he's always learning at a high level, and I can't wait for you guys to see him Saturday. He's going to put on a real show.
You already know I'm going to whoop that ass, put him in the casket, put him in the dirt.
Face
you dig?
down, ass up, right?
Face down, ass up, like the latest.
My God, Dean the Great.
Final one, David Benavidez against Demetrius Andrade. A fight
If I was a betting man, I would go with Benavidez, but Andrade is like a southpaw that Benavidez never seen before. Andrade, he reminds me of a Winky Wright. He resembles a Pernell Whitaker a little bit, but then he sits down on his punches at times like a Bernard Hopkins when Bernard fought Trinidad. But if I was a betting man, I would go with Benavidez as far as the momentum. Yogi.
Malik,
real quick.
What's up, baby?
Coach Yogi.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Trainer of Dean.
Yes, sir.
They brought me in for my value and for my help. And I appreciate him, but he's one of the best young coaches. He's a sponge for knowledge as well. I'm proud of him. He's trained. You got like 3 of these guys on the card.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 3. Yep, Alex Wasabi, Dean the Great, and Chase. So we're just hoping these guys go out and execute what we've been working on the past 12 weeks. And it's a pleasure having Malik Scott, man. I grew up watching him and just seeing what he's done in the game, and it's just a pleasure having him by me. And
real quick, he come from the Cuban school. He's from Cuba. And he's had his own career and everything. So I love him, man. They're going to do good Saturday, and we're here supporting him.
Beautiful thing.
On that note, Malik, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for giving me your time, as always. And I'll speak to you after Saturday. Thank you very much, my man. Thank you, bro.